really wanted to play well in this game. The opportunity to be 2-0 in this conference, put a quality Western Division opponent behind us is certainly something this football team look forward to. Um, and then and to do it at home uh, in front of the Tiger faithful, boy, the crowd initially was on fire, and then it got a little bit warmer, and halftime occurred, and they probably got it on TV. But in any event, we loved playing for them, and key piece to the day was no turnovers for the Tigers, and we managed the game well and handled the ball well. And we were dominant rushing the ball. We could have thrown it better, but it was obvious that we could have controlled the clock and worked the game to an eventual positive ending by rushing the football. So Leonard Fournette has a big night, 228 yards, 3 touchdowns, and you can see with the guys that are just really behind him that we have some talent there, and we like handing the ball to fresh backs. So I think Brandon Harris did exactly what we asked him to do. I thought he was very accurate. He overthrew a couple touchdowns. Those things happen. That's not an issue with me in any way. He managed the game, managed the clock, the situations that we asked him to operate for us with time bearing down on him. He did a great job. So made plays with his feet, made plays with his arm, got us in the right play. I enjoyed how he performed again, better. And defensively, I think the front stifled Auburn to start, and I think we're a very fast defense. I think you can see the guys coming out of the secondary or out of the linebacker level into the quarterback. Those were fast guys getting to plays, and I think it's a young quarterback, and they have they're struggling a little bit there, but it becomes very hard to throw the football against our secondary and with our guys getting up the field. So second half, we need a more mature team to close games out, and it becomes frustrating to me. I want the game to end in a prescribed fashion and not allow scores but certainly the lead was such that we were going to win the game. I was also pleased about the penalties. We 5 penalties, 43 yards, still costly. Had some big plays called back, but most of the time we overcame them. But those will be plays that we review and scrutinize and see if we can fix. So our football team they like each other. They got good chemistry. They work hard together. I had a starter say to me at halftime, he says, "Man, Coach, we're gonna be a good team." And I said, "Yeah, and and he's right. So we are gonna be a good team." So.
Coach, did Leonard carry any extra motivation into that game and bolted more material during the week?
Like I say, I think he knew what was said, but who would have thought that it would have happened in the first play of the game, right? So.
You mind sharing with us who came up with the epiphany that you're going to be a good team?
That was Stephon Gotcha.
How do you figure out how much Fournette is just the right amount of Fournette?
How do you know?
Yeah.
The good news is when he gets a little tired and a little, winded, we have some other backs to go to, and then that's just what we're trying to assess. So, I can tell you one thing: he sure likes playing, and I'm telling you, he did some things today that I said, wow. He took one of their tacklers and threw the tackler into another tackler, and came out the other end. That was, yeah, well, that was a guy that lacked of a real resolve for tackling Leonard. One thing about it, that's the next piece, when you have a big back that can really move his feet. At times, it's very difficult to tackle him for a bunch of reasons, so.
Coach, did you know how close he was to the LSU single game rushing record? Did you give any thought to maybe trying to put that?
Gave no thought to it, and how close was he?
22 yards away.
Okay, yeah, I didn't give any thought to it, so.
But you're surprised at how quickly your offensive line has come together with some of the changes you had to make and how well they performed today?
I was pleased today. It looked like that offensive line was coming off the football, and I think the tight ends played well. I think J.D. Moore played well. I think we're as good in our one back attack as we were in two back. I think we're good down in the goal line. I just think we're pretty efficient.
Is Dylan pressure getting from the front pretty good on your defensive front? The last two games.
Yeah, they're that quarterback can move his feet. I mean, there's some talent to that guy, and we're in the backfield, and it's I like the fact that we can get in that opponent's backfield and get to that quarterback.
Is Dylan going out, open things up for Colin and Deshaun, change your offense and make you do something different?
No, not really. We're going to do the same things. We're fortunate that we have some guys at that position that can really step in and play at a very high level. Colin Jeter and Deshaun Smith both should be able to step in and play like Dylan.
What's his status, Dylan? What's his status?
I think it's a very positive position, but I don't want to, prejudice the outcome. So I
Leo
don't know.
Jones got the targeting penalty, and now he's going to miss
Yeah.
What does that mean
Yeah.
for your line?
I think we'll have a linebacker that will step right in and do a fine job. But Deanne has to learn. We talk about it. It's not like we leave it uncoached. And certainly, if something happens, then now we go to coaching it. No. We coached that at the start of the season. We coached it in several meetings, and he's got to get it right. Okay, and he will. He's quality man and a good teammate, so it'll be important to him. I promise.
I believe that's the first time you've ever been called for that. This is the third year. Can you believe you went that long?
Yeah, there is a good point to that. There's some contact around in this. When you play in this stadium, there's some contact liable to happen, and the idea that that was the first time, I'm kind of glad, to be honest with you.
Was Leonard lobbying to get back in the game there?
Lobbying. Heck, he just kind of he kind of went into the game. He wanted in on the hands team. So, but we were not going to let him run the ball. No.
When you look at last week and this week, in your defense going up against the run game, I don't think they had a running back over more than 30-something yards. And that was a big issue in these two games last year. What's been your takeaway?
Well, I think this team, respected the opponents that we played. Certainly, Auburn, they had their way with us before, and I think this football team didn't enjoy it, and so I think they wanted in. So they played hard, and I think Mississippi State also, was a part of a team. Saw the motivation of what happens when you finish second to a team. So I think we're off to a good start. We really looked at the first three games, including McNeese, and we wanted to be 3-0 at this point. Certainly we're 2-0, and in conference, that's just what you want to be. So we're on path.
Coach, is this your best team since 11, you think?
I like this team. I like this team for a bunch of reasons. I think they're talented, I think they have speed, but I think they get along with one another. I think there's chemistry here, and I think they feel it. And the Devon Gottschall saying, we're becoming a heck of a team, Coach. I think that's a team feeling there. So I don't know. Well, we'll have to see.
Is this kind of
you know, in 11, you just got some early season momentum and just took off. Is this win kind of maybe could do that for you?
I think, I don't know about this one necessarily, I think that our football team has the potential to be dominant in offense and defense and special teams. So with that being said, I don't know that those teams necessarily had that full package. You know, I think with the way that our quarterback plays is coming, I think the fact that we can throw it to some very talented receivers, the fact that we can run the football, offensive line that's going to give us protection and come off the football. I think offensively, defensively, and special teams, I think we're pretty. I think time will tell, but it's a great group of young men. They work hard. They want for the season to turn right for them.
Did you think today Leonard might even have taken it to another level from what you've seen before in the last year and 2 games?
I think he was very good today. I don't know if another level is the piece. We have always known that Leonard was a very talented back and had speed, strength, and balance, and all the adjectives that you use to describe a very, very special back. I just don't know another level, possibly. I guess when he takes 2 guys and throws them on another guy, then that would be another level. And then if he takes 3 guys and throws them on another guy, so.
What do you think on the sideline, Les, when you saw him do that?
Well, I asked Frank, and Frank said he's been teaching that all along. He says Leonard was the first one that picked it up.
Can you talk about how your offense responded after one score, start the second half, offense came right back?
Yeah, I think Cam Cameron's doing a great job there. I think the offense again is, I heard let's make a point. Let's show how we play. Let's show the rest of the conference. And that was pretty significant leadership there. So yeah, I enjoyed how the offense came back in and reasserted themselves, because there's a lot of very quality teams that do not have the maturity to understand that in the second half you have to play and win the game. So.
Since you left spring ball, you've had Kevin Tolliver take over the cornerback spot, Ricky Jefferson moving the starting role. Considering all that, have they gelled in that secondary quicker than you expected?
I thought Ricky Jefferson was really pretty good today. I thought that he made some really great tackles, and Tolliver. I think Tolliver, had a very nice game. I think that when they throw the ball in the air, he's gonna show even bigger. So.
Coach, I was pretty comfortable in the press box, but it looked like it might have been pretty hot on the sidelines, and you weren't a long sleeve pullover. Were you uncomfortable, or are you?
Not at all. In fact, I got to be very honest with you. This is kind of what I wear when I go to practice, and we practice in that weather all the time. I mean, I have to be very honest. I had no question that my team was going to be very comfortable in that weather, and myself as well. One thing about it, I am going to be consistent on that sideline. I mean, you're not going to find me wearing just a bunch of different stuff again. And another time, it's going to be the same purple shirt, and white hat. And, hey, you know what? I went with khakis over white pants. Now, come on, you give it to me. Same shoes 11 years ago. You got it? So, not the same shoe necessarily, but the same brand.